Okay, first you're going to need your TDE number. So let's say, for example, it is 3,000. Okay. If you're going to be in a 25% deficit, you're going to need to times your TDE number by 0.25. So it's a 25% deficit. When we do that, we get 750. So that is 750 calories minus this 3,000, your TDE number, which brings you to 2,250, okay? So for the day, on a low carb day, in a 25% deficit, you are going to be consuming 2,250 calories. Now, 20% of those calories on a low carb day, 20% of those calories are going to come from carbs. So we're going to multiply that again, which comes out to 450. Again, that's 450 calories. So 450 of your calories that day on a low carb day are going to come from carbs. Now, how you figure out how many grams that is, there are 4 calories in 1 carb. So, we'll take that 450 calories divided by 4. What do you get? 2 and some change. Okay, so we're going to say 112. So, on a low carb day, we'll write it right here. You are getting 112 grams of carbs, which is equal to 450 calories. Okay, now if your body weight is, let's just say, 190 pounds, so I weigh 190 pounds, that is going to be how much protein I have. So obviously, I'm going to put 190 grams are going to come from protein, which is equal to, well, 4 calories are also in 1 gram of protein. Okay? So we'd go 190 times 4, which comes out to 760. So 760 of my calories are going to come from protein. Now, the rest is fat. I can do it a couple ways to find that. I will just add it up right here, but that equals what? 12. So 450 plus 760 is 1,210 calories. Okay, now remember, your total allotted calories for the day are 2,250. So we're going to take that 2,250 and we are going to minus that from the 1,210 calories we already have. Just over 1,000 calories. Now, there are 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. So I'm going to divide this 1,000 240, the calories that we have left over, by 9. Which comes out to 115 and a half. We'll just say 116. So 116 grams are going to come from fat, which is equal to 1,040 calories. Okay, so these would be my macros for my low carb day. And obviously if you add up these numbers, it's going to equal 2,250. Now, for a high carb day, at high carb, for a high carb day, we're going to be in a 10% deficit. So we're going to go back to that TDE number we have, and we're going to multiply it now. That 3,000, because that was our TDE, we're going to multiply that by 0.1, because you're in a 10% deficit, which equals 300. So we are basically going to be in a 300 calorie deficit on our high carb days. Okay, so that leaves us with 2,700 calories for the day on a high carb day. Now, on a high carb day, 50% of your calories come from carbs. So, what's half of 2,700? 1,350, I believe. 1,350. So, 1,350 of my calories on a high carb day are going to come from carbs. I'll write that right here so you can see. Now, how do we get to how many grams that is? Remember, we divide it by 4 because 4 calories are in 1 carb. So 1,350 divided by 4 equals 337 and a half. We'll round up. 338 grams of carbs on a high carb day, okay? See that real well? We're keeping the protein the same because we still weigh the same, obviously, which is 190 grams of protein, which equals, again, 760 calories. To find the fat left, how many fat grams you get? We're going to add up the 1,350 plus the 760. And that equals 2,110. Okay. Now remember, our total calories for the day were 2,700. So we're going to take that 2,700 and we are going to divide it, or excuse me, we're going to subtract the 2,110 that we got. That gives us 590. So 590 of our calories on a high carb day are going to come from fat. Which is equal to 9 calories, or in 1 gram of fat. So we're going to divide that 590 by 9. And that equals 65 and a half. We'll go 66. So 66 grams are going to come from fat. That is how you calculate your macros.